Hey, it's Terrence Hill, the real estate consultant. 2022 summer real estate market. Right now, the Feds just raised the interest rate 0.75 basis points. So, of course, the interest rate was already going up. They're up now even further. Now, with that being said, what does that mean? Now, this is the market that we're in. So we also have to take that into account. Now, we're 2 months out from the new school year. A lot of home buyers are typically flood the market during this time period because they want to have their children, whether they be going to a new grade, enrolling for the first time, just want to get in a certain neighborhood. And so now, of course, is the area where you have the typical traditional peak buying season. With prices still rising, that's another aspect that we got to take a look at as well. So just kind of compartmentalize and kind of break this up. So first, starting with sellers. Now sellers, you're still in a very, very strong position. Values are still up, appreciation is still happening, and you're still getting multiple offers. The downside is that you're not getting as many offers and you're not getting as many showings. And if you were to take a look online, you'll see that it's far more substantial open houses. What does open houses mean as it relates to the market? It means that the home hadn't sold typically within a 7-day period, 5 to 7 day period, that week leading up to the open house, and that it may be a pending or potential price adjustment or a price refresh or a price adjustment in the future. With that being said, there's still more competition coming onto the market, and there are more competitive prices as well. And of course, as a home seller, the potential downside is that you may have to make a price adjustment. With me, of course, we just listed a home on Thursday last week and sold on Friday. I listed one roughly about 10 days ago, and it's still hanging around. So both aspects are true and both aspects are real. What you want to do as a homeowner, you want to be able to you always want to typically take a look at what pricing structure that you want to go with. Of course, you don't want to leave money on the table, so pricing it initially slightly higher than what you want to have could be ideal. But in this marketplace, given that there's more competition because more homes are staying on the market longer, that you may want to consider potentially adjusting the price down slightly before you go to the open market, and during the same time period after you got the home on the market, within the first 7 to 14 days, look at making a price adjustment to try to keep pace with the actual market and to keep the property fresh on the market as well. So that's for home sellers. Now, buyers. You've had a rough go at it the last couple of years. It's been extremely tough and challenging. You still have a key challenge, which is inventory, though inventory is picking up compared to what it was 3 months ago. And you also have to understand that it's a slightly longer time period that you're able to go take a look at a home. Now, I did have some prospective buyers last week on the house that we just got under contract in less than 24 hours, was kind of upset that they wasn't able to actually consider it and make a real solid offer on the home. Unfortunately, that still happens. Now, the upside is that potential to have that option to be able to take a look at a home a little further down the road is still something that's prevalent, something that you can take a look into going forward. Now, the downside as buyers is that, of course, interest rates are higher, which means that you can afford less home today than you can afford yesterday, less home than you can afford 3 weeks ago. People don't know, the market is uncertain, prices are high, inflation, gas, food, housing, every aspect of life is high, not to mention the shortage on certain things. With that being said, I completely understand wanting to wait and sit on the fence, but I don't know if waiting and sitting on the fence is going to yield you anything other than what you currently have right now in terms of options. Now, again, I can't predict the future. What I can do is take a look at the real-time data, the real-time insight and guidance that we get from being in the marketplace, and also to being astute in terms of making sure that we follow the trends and things, how things are going. Now, what you can potentially look forward to as a home buyer is some price reductions. I just mentioned that for the seller in terms of potential downside. For you as a buyer, that's a potential upside that you may be looking at a property and kind of eyeing it. It's been on the market 5, 7, 10 days, and you see it making a slight price adjustment. I would say, if I were representing you, I'm like, listen, let's go take a look at it. If it's something that you want to offer, let's go ahead and offer and get it out there. Either they're going to accept it or reject it. Either way, we're able to still consider moving forward on another property going forward. Now, right now, I still haven't seen, now of course, what I speak is not in absolutes. I'm only one real estate professional that do a high volume of business. But aside from that, what you want to keep in mind is that sellers aren't typically giving concessions. Why? Because it's still a seller's market. There's still far more buyers in the market than there are homes. And as that ratio begins to balance out a little bit further, that's something that you may be able to circle back around to and consider. And for investors, I'm going to do a specific video for you that's separate, but just a real overview is that what you want to do as an investor is try to take a look at it and say, depending on what you're looking to do, if you're looking to buy and hold or you're looking to buy, fix, and flip, those are two different strategic ways of going about doing those strategies. But of course, we'll be able to digest that a little further. Thanks for stopping by real quick for a brief update of the market, summer 2022. Terrence Hill, a real estate consultant. Thank you.